Hey Exoticals, welcome back to the Exoticals United community. And I just wanted to talk about something really quick because I saw this incredible video that my friend Brown Skin Exoticals just posted here on YouTube. And she started this new hashtag called Save Yourselves Mixed Women. And I think that's a really awesome idea. So shout out to Brown Skin Exoticals. Be sure to subscribe to her channel. But I just wanted to talk about this because I noticed that a lot of exotical women really want marriage, but when it comes to mixed and light skinned men, when it comes to MLS men, I noticed that a lot of them seem to either be a part of the MGTOW movement or they're a part of the SYSBM movement. So they're kind of like going out into other countries and finding their wives in different places around the world. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. I want everybody to be happy. So I obviously don't have a problem with any sort of swirling or anything like that. I would consider the SYSBM and the MGTOW movement, I would almost consider that like the male version of the divestment movement. But please correct me if I'm wrong. I could be totally wrong about that. But I've noticed that on my channel, when I recently posted a poll, I asked you guys if I should promote race loyalty when it comes to dating. And so far, the majority of you have said no, and that MLS men are often just as quote unquote dusty as black men. And a lot of you guys have said that you feel like, as exotical women, that you guys are disrespected just as much as the unambiguous dark skinned black women. And so a lot of you guys have said that you are opening your options up. And there's nothing wrong with opening your options up. I never had a racial preference when I was growing up, and I honestly don't think that a lot of mixed women really have a racial preference. But one thing that I want to talk about is I kind of want to talk about my experiences with black men. So I told you guys on a previous video that most of the quote unquote black men that I dated were actually MLS men. And one thing that I actually found that all of them had in common was that a lot of them did not want marriage on the same timeline as me. A lot of them were very sexual. I told you guys that I remained a virgin until marriage. And so, I was raised very conservative. I was raised very Christian. I come from a super strong Christian background. My whole life, I went to private Christian schools and things like that. And even though I'm no longer religious, I don't practice Christianity anymore. I still do have a lot of those values deeply ingrained into me. But one of the main problems that I had in the past when it came to relationships was that no matter what kind of guy I was with, whether he was, Pookie and Ray Ray, or whether he was a high class pastor, it didn't seem to matter. A lot of the guys that I was around, they just didn't want marriage on the same timeline as me. And if they did want marriage, they were not willing to accumulate the proper resources to be able to be financially stable enough to handle a marriage and protecting and providing. But that's just my personal experience. I hope I'm wrong about this, but let me know what you guys think. What has your experience been with dating exotical men? Because I definitely don't want this channel to become some sort of gender war channel. And I don't want us to start fighting amongst ourselves. I don't want this to become a man bashing channel or for people to think that I hate men or I hate exotical men, because I actually don't. But I guess sometimes when I see trolls coming on this channel, or just when I hear the experiences of the exotical women, it does seem like a lot of the pathology of Blackistan has kind of creeped over into the MLS community. And I just feel like we should try to change that as much as we can. If you guys want me to do more of an in-depth video about my previous dating experiences and how I was able to meet my husband, I will talk about that because I want exoticals to be happy. And like I said, I've noticed that a lot of you guys want marriage and a lot of you guys want families of your own and a lot of you ladies want financial stability. And there's nothing wrong with that. And same thing goes for the men. I see a lot of exotical men who just want to sleep around and maybe they just want to have fun the rest of their lives. That's totally fine. Everybody has a right to do whatever they want. I mean, it's a free country. It's a free world. You can do whatever you want to do. But this channel is very pro marriage. Okay. I support marriage. Obviously, I'm happily married and I want exotical women to experience the beauty of being in a long-term relationship that they actually want. And so the reason that I have a hard time promoting race loyalty and only dating MLS men is because number one, I'm not sure how MLS men feel about MLS women. So far, based on the amount of trolling that I've received on my channel from MLS men, it doesn't really seem like they are super supportive or willing to date MLS women. I've noticed that some of the guys on YouTube, they kind of use their YouTube channels to collect unambiguous dark skin hoes. They're kind of using their channel just to get as many women as possible. They just want to use dark skinned black women as kind of a shield to fight for them and to subscribe to their channels and to cause them to become financially successful. It seems like a lot of them are doing that. Not all of them, obviously. I mean, we have some amazing exotical men here on YouTube, like shout out to Caesar Cannon. We've got a new guy. Hold on, let me look up his name. I think his name is Carl. We've got a guy named Carl Williams. We have the Black Mind, and we have Lord Honesty as well. So we have quite a few exotical men on here who seem to just want to tell the truth. I mean, it seems like they're just being as honest as they can possibly be, and I really appreciate that. What I want to say is, to be honest, I don't really think that there's much of a gender war. I really think that we just want two different things. I think that the majority of the exotical women want marriage and families and financial stability, and maybe they want a house with a white picket fence. And it seems like the majority of MLS men do not want that. Or maybe they just want to wait until they're a lot older to be married. Maybe they want to wait until they're in their 40s or 50s or 60s to get married. Let me know in the comment section, do you want marriage? Why or why not? And don't forget to stay pretty, ladies.